Welcome students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter 3, planning. After having given you the brief introduction about the functions of management in the first chapter, the 5 functions which we spoke about were planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. Now let us know little more about first and foremost function of management, that is planning. What is planning? Planning is deciding in advance what is to be done, how is to be done, by whom is to be done, and when is to be done. Basically, planning is nothing else but deciding onto the future course of action. We take a peep into the future and we decide in advance that how are we going to deal with the situations that we are going to be facing in the future. In the layman's language, the planning basically bridges the gap between my present position and where I want to be. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. So let's take an example. If my sales turnover, let's say, is 5 crores and I want to take up my sales turnover to 15 crores, then how I am going to bridge this gap of 10 crores? Planning going to help me to bridge this gap. Now planning, if I talk about, it is present everywhere in all types of organization, in hospitals, in schools, in government organization, in non-government organization, even at your house. Planning is present everywhere. Why do we need to plan? Because future is uncertain. We are not certain that which situation we are going to deal because future is highly unpredictable. Therefore, we need to make assumptions, we need to make our own guessworks about the future conditions we might be facing and plan accordingly so that we are able to deal with those situations in the best possible manner. Planning equips us to deal with the future conditions in the best possible manner. Now, coming to what are the different features of planning. So, planning is a primary function, planning is objective oriented activity, planning is pervasive, planning is continuous process, planning is concerned with future, planning requires decision process, planning is conscious and mental process. Planning is the primary function of management. It is the first and foremost function of management. What do we do in planning? In the function of planning, broad objective and goals of an organization, they are determined, and then we also develop plan or we decide course of action that is to be undertaken so that these organizational goals are achieved effectively and efficiently. It basically provides the basis for the other functions of management also. It is only the base of the plan we decide organizational structure. Then staffing is also done in accordance with the plans. For directing also, we translate the objectives into the work is to be done by the workers. Then we come to controlling, is all about comparing the actual performance with the standard performance. From where we do get standard performance, that is as per the plan. Planning focuses on achieving objective. Before you decide on to the course of action that is to be taken, first and foremost thing is you have to set out the organizational goals and objectives. Until and unless you have set out a goals and objectives, how you are going to formulate the course of action that has to be undertaken. So first of all, specific goals are to be defined which are to be achieved by the organization. Planning is pervasive. Pervasive means it is present at all types of organization and it presents at all levels of an organization. We talk about all levels of management, top level management, plans for the organization as a whole. Middle level management is preparing the departmental plans, and supervisory level of management, it prepares the routine plans. Then we say planning is a continuous process. It is not that once you have made the plan, your job is over, because we say that planning is predicting future and then deciding the course of action. But we say future is highly uncertain. We are dealing with the external environment which is highly volatile. So planning is a continuous process. It's futuristic. When I am giving you the example that you want to score 90% of marks in your exam, or you want to become a chartered accountant, that is the that is why you join the commerce. Or when I am telling you that you want to pass your exam, what I am talking about? The future things. So remember, planning is futuristic. So we always plan for future. What is going to happen in future? If my organization has to achieve 10% increase in sales, so this is, I am talking about future. I am not talking about what is already done. I am talking about what is to be happen, and that is the reason I am planning. Planning involves decision making. Planning cannot be without decision making. You have to decide. For example, when you choose commerce, so you made a decision that I want to choose commerce over science or arts. All the managers in the organization will decide about the things wherein they can achieve the objectives which are being set. So when the plans are being made, decisions are made, whenever you are setting objective, there will be different alternatives available. So you'll have to select and make a decision as to a particular alternative is best for you. Similarly, when you are deciding about the resources you require to achieve your objective, again you are making a decision that what needs to be done. This planning is conscious and mental process. When I say mental process or exercise, what do I mean? Here I am planning by using my intelligence. I am saying these are the course of action, these would be the cost involved. Now let's take an example. If a company wants to achieve a 10% increase in sales, now the market conditions are not very good, so chances of getting the customer is quite less. So what they do is they decide to go at different geographies. Now here the manager is using the intelligence that by diverting the product or selling the product to other countries, they would be able to achieve that 10% target. So here wherever the manager is planning, he is using his intelligence as to how the objectives can be achieved. He is planning course of action based on the intelligence he has. So whatever decision making is done in planning, it all involves the mental exercise. I hope you are clear with the topic. Thank you.